Hello, my sunflowers. How are you at the first of the year? Again, Happy New Year. I hope 2025 be nothing but a blessing. Okay.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, we hope and wish that you would subscribe to us. And we're trying to reach that 3,000. And you know, when we reach the 3,000, we're going to go 4,000 and 5,000. But nevertheless, we hope that you subscribe. Yes.
Like.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we like.
Support.
I don't know why I had freezer burn. I don't know. My brain went. But nevertheless, please subscribe and like us. And if you get this far now in our videos, then that means you like us.
Yes.
Show us.
Thank you.
Thumbs up. Subscribe.
Yes. Become a sunflower.
Sunflowers.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm not quite sure what is going on here in the States. Apparently, half the country is in snow, and then like on the other side of the country, California is on fire. So this is a very interesting winter in the start of 2025. My Jesus. So with that being said, yeah, it would be remiss of me to read on a Hollywood celebrity and not talk about the fire. So now that I've briefly gotten that out the way for all the celebrities out there, I'm just pretty much anybody, YouTubers, anybody out there that lives in the LA area. I have a friend over there. However, it's not wherever she is staying, though. However, it's not near any of the fires. So that's good to hear. So hopefully you guys have any friends, internet friends, be it that or not, that are also doing good in California. So with that being said, moving right along to talking about some great news to lighten this up. Isn't that great? Zendaya is engaged to Tom Holland. Can you guys believe it? I'm actually shocked, but I'm not shocked. I was shocked the fact that they got together and that they lasted as long. But I'm great to see that they are truly like sticking it out and they are like true love. And you know what? I will say this as I always say in every video. The way celebrities need to keep their relationships alive and thriving and healthy is to keep us general public out of your relationship, especially if you're going to meet on set, have that good on-scene chemistry, and people are going to want to ship and put you guys in a relationship. We all know how Bella Thorne, whoa. Maybe I should do a reading on Bella Thorne, her co-star from Shake It Up, but that was like a huge throwback if you guys been there since the Disney Channel days. I love me some Zendaya. But no, we all know about Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson, their relationship with Twilight and how they basically got together because they had that good chemistry and they broke up. Same thing with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. I mean, it's a running theme in the industry because you got to really get and play in that character and really feel these feelings and things can really happen, you know? So I'm just glad that the chemistry that Zendaya and Tom, that they were able to create on screen was able to translate to real life and has actually made them want to put a ring on it and say that they are, how do I say this, committed to each other till the very end. So that's what I'm here to find out, though. This reading, this card we have right here is going to represent Zendaya. I'm just going to put that one right there. And then I'm going to shuffle my cards to figure out this relationship. What is going on in Zendaya's mind? Why are they getting engaged? Especially because allegedly they're not supposed to be getting married anytime soon. So I'm not sure if they're going to be like one of those stories where they've been like engaged for like a whole decade and just get married all of a sudden randomly, and you're just like, after all these years, you're just like, after all these years, why are you getting married? You guys basically lived the married life without ever getting married. So I'm not sure if that's going to be Zendaya and Tom Holland, or maybe they just will forever be engaged, and that's their way of committing. We're that new generation. Maybe people are saying that they're done with being married, and maybe engagement is as far as we are willing to commit these days. I'm not sure what's going on out here, but we are going to shuffle the cards and find out. So, what is going on in Zendaya's love life? What's going on with her and Tom? I know they are very quiet and very quiet about their relationship. Yeah, they might sometimes mention each other, but they really keep their relationship on the down low as best as they can. They are not like every couple, every Hollywood celebrity couple out here that wants to boast and blast their relationship online just so that people, I'm not sure if it's to make people feel jealous, extreme PDA. I mean, I'm not calling out any particular names, but we know some certain people out there. So that being said, let's pick the cards. Let's see let's see what card represents Zendaya. Oh, interesting. I like this. We have the Father of Pentacles. It's a deer, by the way. A deer with their antlers glowing, actually, in fact. So let's find out what her block card is. Oh, I like this card because I just finished completing the Wands deck, and soon I'm going to move on to the Pentacles because those seems to be the two that come up a lot in readings is Pentacles and Wands. So yeah, just taking you guys along, bring you a part of baby Crone's journey after all. But let's see. Sorry, I just actually have to scoot the cards over a little bit for my okay, there we go. Just a little bit more over. Okay, there we go. And then let's see what is above her head and below her head. I can already see what, okay, sorry. This is my personal preference. Okay. I already see what it's looking like as her block at the moment, but let's see what's above her head. Oh, we have the Eight of Cups, but that's always not a bad thing. I also like that card. Ooh, and we have Justice. And in this card, they reverted the Justice back to the way it's supposed to be in the original White Smith Tarot, or however it's supposed to be when a tarot was originally made, where the Justice card is no longer the 11 card, but it's actually the 8 card. So it's switched places with Strength. And just a little bit of just a little bit of knowledge out there. And then we have the Son of Pentacles in her past, or like what's behind her, what she's choosing to like walk away, not acknowledge, maybe what she doesn't see coming behind her. We'll see how that plays out in the story. And then in front of her future, where she's going, we see some judgment. Very interesting in the sakes of this relationship. But maybe the Son of Pentacles could just represent how she has grown in this relationship, because we went from a Son of Pentacles to a Father of Pentacles. So now she is the Father of Pentacles. So if we're going to keep it on that streak, then we see something in the past that she has grown into in this present moment. But we'll see, because it looks very interesting. Let's see what her fears is. I'm almost interested to find out because of the Eight of Cups that are above her head. Do I think I'm not even going to try to guess. I was wondering, okay, the Father of Cups. Because at first I was going to say the Son of Pentacles could be her significant other, Tom Holland, because I am reading about their relationship. But that just wouldn't make sense in terms of dynamics. So here comes another equally yoked figure. They both are fathers. It's no gender here. There is just a placeholder for an idea or concept, or concept of energy, because a father usually symbolizes a king. So therefore this symbolizes very strong energy, authoritative, they're assertive. And I think they both are dominant signs, maybe cardinal signs. I have to double check into that, but that would just show that they are matching in energy. And Pentacles and Cups Both are receptive feminine energy, with cups being feminine and pentacles being feminine masculine. So therefore they are complementary to each other and work well, very well to each other. So that's very interesting that because of that, that's in her fears section. So let's see what's above her head section. Let's see what's above that in her hopes. Oh, the Hierophant. This is very interesting because I've been very much into Edgar Allan Poe recently, and I've actually been quoting the poem "The Raven," ironically. So the fact that that's in her hope section, and I just actually skimmed through an Edgar Allan Poe tarot deck, no cap. So it's almost eerie, for real, looking dreary, but it's actually looking very hopeful, all jokes aside. Honestly, that's why I wanted to really lay out the cards, and it seems like as I lay out the cards, the story is unfolding, because I just had to get a look, because I didn't want to come out straight and say that it looks very questionable about their relationship at this moment and where it could go in the future. But I think that all is just going to stem from Zendaya herself personally. But let's see how her friends, peers, and loved ones feel about their relationship and them getting married. A very positive card, indeed. A Three of Cups, a union of coming together. Interesting. It seems like the dominant element. Actually, there's not even a dominant element. There seems to be a pretty good mix, minus the fire being kind of lackluster at the moment. However, with that being the block card, I could see that being the problem. And then, oh wow. Speaking of the outcome card, we have the Father of Wands. So yet another authoritative, assertive figure that just puts it and says it as they do it. So we have her as the Father of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles. Tom Holland, who I'm going to say represents the Father or the King of Pentacles. So this outcome card, I wonder, is this their relationship, them uniting together as the Father or King of Wands together? Because this symbolizes this actually symbolizes a very good because wands are very inspirational, and honestly, that the fact that the fact that this King of Wands is here at the very outcome, or at the very end, to symbolize what their relationship symbolizes and how it's going to be in the future, which I think actually plays very well in hand with this Judgment card, is the fact that their relationship, their union of coming together, it's a nice blending. And when you blend things together, and actually, ironically, Temperance, I saw flip over, which symbolizes balancing, because Temperance is all about the alchemy. And when you're balancing and blending elements together, if we're blending Pentacles and Earth together, you're going to get a beautiful synastry, creative energy together between the two. You're going to get some good chemistry between the two. You're going to get some good sparks, some good fire. So therefore, that's what that symbolizes with their outcome. But we're going to see what Zendaya's, I think she's an Earth sign, Zendaya's zodiac sign, a Virgo, so she's a mutable sign. And then Tom Holland is a Gemini. Okay, Earth sign, air sign. I wish I had some paper to break this one down for you guys, because I actually really love it. I will actually have a picture literally right here to break this down for you guys. But the way that like I say every video, Mama Crone is definitely inspiring me and teaching me that the more she teaches me about astrology, the more I'm inspired to talk about astrology. And what I have been studying in astrology for like literally 4 years now. I started at the very beginning of the pandemic is when I very started reading an astrology book. So because of that, within these 4 years, it's taken a lot for it to manifest and accumulate and really get in its place. And it's always great to bounce back off with somebody. So with Mama Crone's help, it is actually really great to have somebody to talk and bounce ideas off with, have some conversations, get new different perspectives, which is all about fire signs. or fire energy. But to break this down, fire and water, they're both like masculine energy, so therefore they complement. Okay, fire and air are both masculine energy, and they complement each other. I'm not going into the masculine, feminine. They're just both masculine. That's all we need to know. And then both earth and water are feminine, so therefore they complement each other. But also there is polarities where earth and air are opposites of each other, and fire and water are opposites of each other. So there's complementary and opposites, but also there are two different ways to pair the elements together. And why did I say that to break that all down? Because we see actually she's appearing up as her zodiac sign, because she is an earth sign as a Virgo, and she's appearing as the king of earth. And we see him, even though he's not a cup sign, like I said, earth and air, because he's an air sign, they are opposites or a pair together in terms of elements. Therefore, they can find complements with each other. They are able to see each other's weaknesses and strengths, and also be able to highlight and complement each other if they're able to work on that. And that is where this problem card comes in with the fire element. But that's also in their element. That's also the only time fire shows up is the outcome card, and it's actually very interesting. Usually, I read the cards in a specific order. However, as the story unfolds, I started seeing it play out in front of me, and it just started making the cards make more sense. Especially once I'm sorry, I don't know where my voice is going. Especially once I started breaking down and looking at their astrology and their elements together. So that talks about even about how their elements and their sun signs shows that there could be some struggle, because this is what the Five of Wands represents. Oh, I'm sorry. He probably can't even see it. This is what the Five of Wands represents, and it basically represents scattered energy, scattered fire, all over the place, losing focus, kind of chaotic, sporadic, even not quite reliable. But they're also both mutable signs, and that's something. I'm sorry, mutable signs. That's just a quality that comes with mutable, because mutable is just immutable just means on the move, on the go, just constantly doing something, constantly engaging in something, never still. That's just what mutable signs do. And because they're both mutable signs, that could be a problem when coming together in a relationship. So not only are they both mutable signs, and technically they're both opposites of each other. So that means they technically have more it's kind of it's kind of being like, they like, even though they say opposites attracts, and even though physics tell you opposites attract, if we're talking about laws of attraction, opposites really don't attract in that sense. So because there are opposites, they kind of repel each other in that sense, because they're too alike of each other. Alike does not attract alike. So because of that, they are too similar but too different at the same time, that they could butt heads with each other. And that's where this this Five of Wands comes in, when it comes to their energy and their relationship. And maybe that's one reason why they are also so private in their private and not so in the public, because maybe they, who knows, I'm not saying that they do, I don't wish this on them or even on their relationship, but it just could be a thing, because we are looking at scattered energy. When something is scattered, especially if you're talking about fire, it's untamed, it's wild. I just talked about California. Ironically, we don't want scattered fire, and that's basically what the Five of Wands is. So because of that, you don't want that in a relationship, and you especially don't want that in a marriage. And maybe they understand that about each other, and maybe that's why they are saying that they are not ready to get married just yet, but maybe in the far off future. But this is just one step that they're taking on their commitment. Maybe they have this relationship where maybe they could be like on again, off again, especially because they are how old is he? Tom, they have to be like at least in their late 20s. Tom is 28 and Zendaya is also 28. So they're both 28. And also on top of that, they were actually both experiencing their Saturn return together and in their relationship. So actually in and of that self could be something very karmic in that. And they're both born on the first. There is very something much synastry and numerology that brings them together. January, February, March, April, May, June. He's born the 6th month, June, July, August, September. She's born in the 9th month. 6 and 9 are very complementary of each other. And if we want to talk about it, they're technically 3 months apart from each other. So that would make sense because that means that they are completely a different season apart from each other. Him being the end of summer and her being the end of fall. So I could see that in their numbers, and there completes the Holy Trinity, actually, 369. So if we're looking at the patterns of what's going on with their life right now, it's definitely a lot going on. We're in the year 5 if you think about it, in 2025. So because of that, the number 5 just symbolizes friction naturally and some chaotic energy, and that's how it could be with their relationship. But her being the King of Pentacles, she stands strong in her energy. And what could be the fear is commitment. Maybe that's what it could be. And maybe that's something that they have like loose commitment to each other. What is loose commitment? They're both celebrities, so they can't see each other daily. So maybe they see each other once a month, once a season. Get to busy. What if they have busy, hectic schedules? Send 1 to 2 texts a day, maybe if that. So it's almost like, how can we know that we're committed to each other while we're so busy with our lives, and know that we love each other and always thinking of each other? Put a ring on it. Say, well, let's show the world that we are off the market, that we are not trying to engage like that we are truly in love with each other, even though we may not get married just this right instance. But let's show that we are strong and confident in each other. That if you think about that, that almost sounds like an insecurity move. But like they say, sometimes you need baby steps and you need to creep. And maybe they're creeping at a pace that Zendaya wants, because what is her fears? Her fears is somebody who complements her. Who would complement her? Her significant other. And who is that? The King of Cups, who would be Tom Holland. That's her fear, that fear of commitment. I think I wouldn't even be shocked if I said that I've heard her say that before. That it's just something about the fear of commitment. Or I could be thinking about a quote from one of her movies, but just that sense that that could be why they're moving at a snail's pace with their relationship. That's also great. You want a relationship to marinate and foster. They're actually taking it the right way. They are a great example of a relationship. And this is what this hope is. The Hierophant card. The Hierophant card usually symbolizes coming together in a relationship, like a spiritual relationship. And that's what they've basically spiritually took an oath. That's what it basically means when you engage somebody, that you are wanting to love them until death do you part. And that's exactly what you're going to agree on your wedding day, when you have somebody officiate your wedding, where you make it official. So because of that, the Hierophant represents wanting that commitment. So maybe they're taking, like I said, baby steps, and this is her hope card. So she's hoping that this step, that getting engaged, is solidifying their love in the universe. It doesn't matter that it's for other people. It's just for the universe, to say that even though we aren't physically married to each other and can't physically be around each other like we want to and would love to, honestly, out there in the universe, whatever forces may come against us, like they say, whatever forces come against us may, whatever negative forces come against us may not prosper. That's basically how she's feeling about this. She was just like, maybe, just maybe, if I take this step in the forward of commitment and we don't rush into it, after all, I do have the control and I'm not rushing it, then maybe I can open myself up to be a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more sensitive, let the guards down, get a little bit more down, grounded and earthy, and unweight myself, because he is a cup and the cup is going to be receptive and is really going to be able to take that. If we really want to take the dynamic here, you can even look at it by just how Zendaya carries herself. Pentacles is feminine, masculine, and what cups is feminine, it's like the ultimate feminine. So you can even see that Zendaya, and even in the way she shows up in the cards, is that she has that sense of masculinity to her. I only say that because I've been literally watching her since I first seen her debut on Disney Channel. I'm not sure if she has had things done that before that, but I just see the way she carries herself over the years. I am an avid follower. I love me some Zendaya, and she does have some masculine traits to her. She does carry that boss woman feminine energy. So because of that, I can say, even though everything I say is allegedly, I can see her being the more masculine one in the relationship and him being the more feminine one in the relationship. And if we want to take that even a step farther and take it back and take it off of gender roles, he's the more receptive one in the relationship, the more one that's going to reach out, want to listen, want to fix things. And then Zendaya being the masculine one, more being the less receptive one. Let's instead of using the masculine and feminine, being Zendaya being the opposite of what Tom would be, would therefore be less receptive, maybe shut down, maybe not want to talk about things, have that avoidant, detached personality. So because of that, like I said, that's where they could have their strengths and weaknesses and complement each other if they are willing to work on that. And as we see above her head, wow, this is more about reading about their let's be honest, astrology is in the tarot. Actually, let's be even more honest, tarot was made for astrology. But I'm not here for a whole lesson here, but I'm just always inspired by Mama Crone. So astrology is just oozing and pouring out of me now like it's second nature. But what I see above her head is that what sums up exactly how she's feeling, and the fact that this, even though these cups usually it looks like a cup is missing, but no cups are missing and somebody's walking off. So you think they lost something, but they didn't. This technically means the same thing here, even though all the cards are technically, all the cups are technically broken and destroyed. So there was actually a loss. So maybe she could have had a hurt in the past in the relationship when she was maybe when she was in the past, whatever their relationship was, they were young, dumb, immature. That's where the Son of Pentacle comes, and now that's where the Knight came from, and now she's the King. She was once immature, and now she's more mature. So we see some evolution and growth, and she's trying to move forward and move past and stop looking for something to go wrong in a relationship. That's what this horizon symbolizes, to look up, and that even though it might look scary, and even though you might have some fears and some trepidation and some nervousness, move forward, have some hope. It's going to be okay. She even has her friends and family supporting her loved ones, the union of them, they are even joining on their tree branch and saying, like, these two represents the two the two lovebirds, Zendaya and Tom, and then these are their friends and loved ones and supporting friend group. And that's their opinion. That opinion basically means how do they show up in their life, in Zendaya's life, because I am reading for Zendaya. And so because of that, she's able to find the balance, basically, if we're talking about justice. And because it's in the 8th place instead of the 11th place, which is both are fitting numbers. It depends on which perspective of justice you want to look at here. But here, the justice, the 8 card, that infinity symbol, that balancing, that temperance that I was talking about, it's all about transformation, moving forward. And we see that the 2 wise cats and the yin and the yang, everything harmonious comes together. The yin and the yang, the positive, the negative, the polar opposites come together, blend together, make a whole, make one unit. We see that that's what's at the bottom here, and there is justice being served, and whatever it is, maybe it could even be divinely matched for them to be together. I'm not quite sure what their charts look like here, but we definitely see that in the future that there is going to be some judgment with their relationship. Actually, I rephrase that. I don't like the judge. I don't want to use judgment in this instance. What we see here in this case, you guys really can't see that. I'm going to have to put a picture up here on the side for you guys to see what card I'm talking about. But we see here actually is bats and a dove rising up from the bats. And let's be metaphorical here. The bats are like the evil, negative ones, and the dove is the pure, the innocence, what was able to rise out of what could have been consuming and rise out of something beautiful and pure. That's basically, it usually symbolizes the phoenix rising from the ashes, like what was something dead and that was able to transform and come out of something changed and for the better, and even be hopefully have some more longevity. But everything has its cycles and everything has its time. So because of that, it seemed like they needed to change something, or they're in the process of changing something. And this is honestly why they got engaged. This was honestly something they needed to do, to put a seal, a stamp, something on their relationship, to solidify, make it concrete, put it into the earth, ground it. They needed something to make their relationship tangible, it seems like. And this engagement, I mean, what was tangible was their love. I mean, there has to be love first before anything else. But to make, besides that, you can have love for anybody, really, honestly. And I know there's different forms of love too. But like I said, if you're not getting that quality time like you need because you're both busy, then how can you really feel special, seen, wanted, desired, thought about, wanted and needed in their life? And knowing that person equally wants you and is thinking about you in the same way. So because of that, they needed something to give them maybe that peace of mind to move forward in their relationship and wherever they choose to go forward. But it seems like that was maybe some confirmation that Zendaya needed. I'm not exactly sure for Tom Holland because I didn't pull or read some cards for him. However, maybe I can make this a part 2. Leave your cards down below. Are you curious about how Tom Holland feels about Zendaya? Maybe I could pull one card here just to quickly symbolize. Maybe this will spark. Ooh. Okay. All right. Oh, 4 cards. Okay. Let's see what these 4 cards are. Okay, well, how we see how Tom feels for Zendaya. We see that this is a plant, a growing plant. I really need to get to the pentacles because, like I said, the pentacles loves to show up. But to briefly talk about how Tom Holland feels about Zendaya and their relationship, that it is something he's willing to nurture, put towards. It's like a garden he wants to tend to. He wants to nourish and pour into. After all, he is the King of Cups, after all. And the cups just wants to pour into earth, nurture earth, have something grow with earth, see something grow. And like I said, the 7 of Wands, this symbolizes standing your ground, standing on business, usually it could symbolize defending off negative energy or unwanted energy thing, like basically defending your bubble and standing your boundaries. But in this sense, in their relationship, they feel like they need that's actually that's basically what it means in this sense, that they feel like he feels like in their relationship, in order to combat some negative thoughts, because the ones weirdly enough has to do with the mind, but I could see that in the sense of fire and air. But we see that Tom Holland feels the fact that there could be maybe he has some negative thoughts, maybe she has some negative thoughts about the relationship and where it goes. Like I said, that seemed to be an underlying theme. However, with this bright light shining in the middle, they're going to stand bright, stand stronger, and actually even double down even more. And because of that, there is love here. We see the Ace of Cups. There's nothing better than nothing greater for an emotion in a relationship and some marriage to have the Ace of Cups. They are bursting with love, bursting with emotions. Maybe that's how he feels for Zendaya. I mean, Zendaya could feel the same way about them too, after all. They are getting married. But we see here, weirdly enough, as a compliment, still a compliment, we see the daughter of Pentacles, son of Pentacles, daughter of Pentacles. However, to look at it differently, that this would symbolize, in that sense, we could say that he's complimenting her, but that goes back to her past energy. So maybe he's like trying to, I'm not sure, he's trying to like heal some wound. It's weird to say. Like I said, it seems like something about the relationship is just like destined and is like written in the stars, even down to like the numbers and how their zodiac signs complement but not complement each other. So whatever it is with them, they seem to mirror each other in some sort of way. So because of that, I see that sense of mirroring her energy with the Son of Pentacles and the Daughter of Pentacles, but still being complementary in the sense of masculine and feminine energy. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And no, I'm not calling neither of them swinging for the other team in that way at all. But it just seems like with the cards, it just shows how they show up in the relationship. One person could be more emotionally available, or like more emotionally receptive than the other one. Sometimes that could just due to like maybe somebody could have some past hurt and they just like shut down, or maybe they just grew up not having good communication skills, or maybe with acting, maybe she just has to let some things go and not care about, maybe she's too much to care about her own emotions because she's so busy playing characters and playing roles and embodying other characters' emotions. That's like why it's kind of like neglecting her own emotions. I mean, she is a very good actor after all, so she really embodies these characters. So it is kind of curious when does she have the time to take the self-care for herself. However, with that being said, do check out her so with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Zendaya and Tom Holland's engagement. It was a bit lengthy, but I was honestly inspired by the astrology. So I was honestly inspired by the astrology, especially when I looked deeper into it and saw how it played out in the cards, that the astrology started speaking for the cards and the cards backed up the astrology. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Tell me, maybe I could do a deeper reading on Tom Holland, or maybe you were satisfied with those 4 card spread. But with that being said, please leave your comments down below. Let's get a conversation started. Trust, I do read your comments at least twice, even though I may not respond. And with that being said, please subscribe to the channel if you had not subscribed. It would really help us out and we would really appreciate it. And I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers!